Yo, what's up, guys? We got some Wardzinski training in Poznan, Poland. Oh, there's no audio, guys. There we go. You gonna see some left side guard passing, probably knee cut. All right, he's going to the right side. Headquarters. You know, Wardzinski's passing has been really underrated. I don't know if those heavyweight guys ain't got the guard, or Wardzinski's just better. But it's interesting to study. Okay, left side. I feel like he passes really well to the left side. Right side, you know, everybody's good on the right side. Left side, it's kind of pressuring in. You know, helps when you're bigger. You can just pressure in, pull yourself through that knee. Nice. He kind of steps over, hops over the knee. Very Leandro Low-esque. And I like how they have the padding, the vinyl pad going all the way up the wall and the frame over there. Yeah, so, you guys don't realize how big Wardzinski is and how strong he is until you see him dismantle, like, the world champions that he fights. A lot of pressure. So using this, he can do that to, like, burn the legs out. Nice outside pass. And just keeps moving. So, I consider that chain passing. Instead of doing one pass, two pass, he does 3, 4. So think about that, guys. You got to have multiple moves. You have to have drilled this stuff. You could do ecological approach too. Maybe that might work for you guys. But you see how his partner is always carrying his weight. It's terrible. And then you don't want to go to guard, so you're stuck in turtle, and then he can attack you. So it's not fun. Little tilt to the side, and once he gets to the side, he goes the mount. Very, very just traditional jiu-jitsu. Slow, methodical, no mistakes. Yeah, just pressure. You see how he's always controlling the hips. His body's on the hips, not so high up, right on the hips. When he steps over the mount, control the hips. And now he might start to walk up, a little bit, but he ain't going nowhere. So I don't believe this is Wardzinski's home gym. He might be doing a seminar or just traveling to an affiliate school. This time Wardzinski's playing guard, so he's really good at his off balances from butterfly, single leg X. He's got really great trips from here, so he's already got the ankle pick right there, And I think you do need to be bigger. I think I haven't studied Wardzinski yet. If you guys want to see a Wardzinski breakdown on my main channel, let me know in the comments. All right, into the butterfly. Man, people cannot pass butterfly. Maybe it's just such an old school move. Yeah, kind of shoulder pinch there, sweep right into the knee, the left side guard pass. Nice little X pass. Back in the day we dealt with more butterfly. Marcelo Garcia was the most popular grappler, so butterfly guard was everywhere. Single leg X was everywhere. But nowadays, it's so hard to find someone outside of Wardzinski that plays that kind of game. I think the only person I can think of was this guy, Alex Monslav. He needs a video on him, bro. He was doing some explosive butterfly guard sweeps. And he kind of came up during the same time as Ted Day. So maybe that might be a great person to do a video on. And, of course, Wardzinski. A little back take. Yo, use that wall. Use that wall. And I would just say Wardzinski's just well-rounded, top and bottom. A lot of the bigger guys usually just really good on top. The Muniz brothers kind of stand apart. Felipe Andrew. I'm trying to think of some other big guys that are. Victor Hugo will play a little bit on bottom, but usually, I don't know. I'm always disappointed. Sorry, Victor. I'm always disappointed when you, especially a no-gi. Guard pull. For all my crazy guys out there, notice that they don't run into other people, even though they did, they start standing. They're moving around a lot. They're not running into other people because some places it just happens constantly. People will be running into me. I get so angry. Just pressure, man. You don't need to do a fancy game, guys. Just if you rely on the basics, you can do well. You don't have to learn Berimbolo. You don't have to learn crab ride stuff. Shout out to Cousin Tony. I mean, it helps to have the crab ride stuff. You don't need a lot of fancy stuff. The old school jiu-jitsu still works, man. Rice and beans, man. Rice and beans, brother. So look, they were kind of close to Wardzinski, then they moved out the way. Look at that, guys. Can you imagine that? If only every gym was like that. Rounds up. Shout out to Flow Grappling. If you guys want to get some hard training, go to Poland. Tough guys there. A lot of tough people. No shortage of tough people over there. And let's see. Whoop. So that was good little training. I'm not sure when exactly they took that video, but it was pretty good. So let's go on to Reddit. I always like to go to Reddit, get angry. And you know me, guys. Are these normal rules? I saw these rules on the Instagram of an affiliate of one of the top gyms in the world. Ooh, what school was it? Some rules looked reasonable to me, but some rules are a bit culty to me. Are these rules normal? Yo, Reddit, bro. Thank you, Reddit, for all the content you guys give me. Rules and etiquette. Arrive on time. Oh my God, that is a cult. There's a cult. How dare they ask me to come on time for the class that I signed up for? Arrive 10 minutes prior to any scheduled class. If you are late for the start of class, assume front position outside of the mat. Wait for the instructor's attention and ask permission to join the mat. This is pretty normal, man. I mean, if you've never seen this happens a lot at schools. And one reason is because it distracts people. I think at Iron Horse, we have a smaller gym, so when someone pops in late, they open the door. Tony's already teaching, so that distracts him, and then that distracts the students, and then it kind of, just halts the whole class. So I understand that. And it's just some of the rules, man. Follow the rules at the place you're training at. What's the question? Yeah, it's normal. Is it culty? It's just different. It's just different. I don't consider that a cult. They didn't say bow to your instructor. They just said, hey, wait for the instructor to see you and wave you onto the mat. I don't know. People on Reddit always got problems, though. Let's see. This might be mainly directed towards children. Yeah, even the kids. It could be kids, adults. Super distracting, bro. Usually in the kids, we're more lax. It depends on the place. Some places a little bit more strict. Some places more loose. Pause on that comment. Permission to leave the mats is ridiculous. Depends when you say leave. So especially in the kids class, instead of having the kids all run to the water fountain or run to the bathroom, hey, give the coach a heads up. Hey, Coach Alec, I got to go to the bathroom. All right, Timmy. Go to the bathroom, Timmy. Go. Hustle. Go fast. Hey, Coach Alec, I got to get some water. Awesome. Go grab some water real fast and come back. We don't really do that in adults class. Usually when they say, hey, go get your mouthpiece or take a water break, that's for everybody. The only time an adult would ask for permission to leave the mat is if they got to leave early. So instead of dipping, you got even pairs, you got to leave for, date night with your wife. Hey, give me a heads up. Hey, Coach Alec, I gotta leave early. Oh, awesome. Thanks for letting me know. We'll see you later. Instead of just dipping and where'd John go? He left. Oh man, he didn't say nothing. I mean, let people know. You communicate. The biggest problem on Reddit is communication. They don't communicate with their instructors. They don't communicate with their peers, the other students. They don't communicate, and then they come on here and they vent. They could have asked their coach. That would have solved all this problem. I mean, if you're bleeding, especially when bleeding is so common, that's ridiculous. If you're bleeding, hey, tell your coach, hey, I'm bleeding. Let me go clean up. You know, if I was gonna roll with somebody, hey, I gotta take care of this. I'm gonna clean up, tape up, wrap up, triage. I mean, let your coach know. Oh shoot, Sam just cut his eyebrow. Let me take him to the hospital. You know, let your coach know what's going on. Let's see. Hey, coach, I'm bleeding. I think the coach, he can tell if he sees you bleeding. He's like, oh man, you're bleeding. Sometimes the coach tells you, hey, John, you're bleeding. Go to the bathroom, clean up. Go bandage yourself. Let's see. I don't think it should be phrased as permission. Not permission. Just give them an update. You just let them know that you're going. Yeah, you just listen. The coach's not gonna. Going back earlier, if you got to leave, the coach ain't gonna stop you, unless you're skipping the rolls. Like if you got a habit of skipping the rolls, of like, hey man, you need to roll, man. But if it's something you gotta go, hey, I gotta leave. Little Timmy's got his baseball game. I gotta go, man. I'll see you later, man. Enjoy the game. Another reasonable guy says, yeah, the coach has a lot to keep track of. I still tell my coach I'm going to go grab some water. Yeah, hey, all right, tell me to grab him some water. Also, a lot of white belts just run off the mats to check their phone or mess around. Like ADHD spazzes, there's a structure and a time to leave and whatever. Otherwise, it's chaos. Yeah, I mean, even, you know, when I go on my trips, I'm like, hey, Tony, I'm not going to be there for a week. I'll see you when I get back. You know, just let people know what's going on in your life, guys. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to skip that or pass it because I start getting angry. Now we got one of the Atlanta boys, Mr. Ryan Aiken, versus Lucas Lira, with the little match going on from Who's Number One, which is a couple weekends ago. I don't think it was last weekend. I could be wrong. There we go. So let's see what happened in this match. You know, I gotta turn that up, Aiken. I gotta turn it up to 1.5 maybe. Let's get some audio in here too.
Mentioned 10th Planet student, first place at the EBI 21. Also winner at main character.
Lira pulling guard.
Championship.
I don't know if that was the best idea. Aiken pretty powerful on top.
This is pretty much exactly what we thought would happen.
Ooh, let's slow that down. So a little false reap action there. How you defending that, Aiken? Let's do 1.25.
Winner at main character jiu-jitsu, also won the PGF.
Little false reap here.
Lucas Lira is going to sit back
from reverse De La Hiva.
Yeah, this is pretty much exactly
okay, he switches out.
Lucas Lira attacking the leg
looking for the leg. Aiken, you know, he knows how to defend his legs.
Lira.
First thoughts, they don't look like they're in the same weight class. Aiken, you look huge, bro. Super Aiken. And then Aiken right for the legs. And I don't really suggest this style for most people, but Aiken's really good at his leg locks, so he can do this.
A lot of ADCC experience.
Instead of trying to pass, he can sit back.
Sitting back on that ankle. We all expected a leg lock shootout in this match.
Yeah, normally Aiken's, when he's on top, he usually sits on that side.
Nice little off balance.
He'll try to isolate that side when he's passing. So.
And these guys with like the isometric strength, they're terrible to be here because they can just hold and pull and grab. And that was a really interesting entry. So he had the ankle lock grip. He's working that, and then he goes to the opposite side. So basically, Ashi Garami here. But he keeps his grip. It rolls through. And he almost gets like a deeper bite on the ankle. You know, some guys can finish here.
Sleeping on his leg locks.
Up, is able to spin out, but
actually freed his leg.
You know, when people have a lot of isometric strength, that's hard to deal with.
You know, smart strategy. Let's attack those legs while they're nice and dry, right?
Little stand up. Yeah, Aiken looks a lot bigger.
15-minute mark, it's gonna be tough, especially under the bright lights here at Who's Number One.
Super Aiken. I believe Lira was Fight Sports before. I don't know where he is now.
White shorts.
Nice single leg by Aiken.
Good, well defended. Kanibasani attack.
Kanibasami.
And that's exactly what we'll see in Lucas Lira's matches. He'll give you a leg.
That was actually really good defense. So Aiken kind of could see it.
That's exactly what
He could kind of see it coming before, and he's able to press down on the thigh there. Yeah.
Good, well defended.
So you should just be ready for this kind of attack. If you do no-gi, just be ready for that. You don't want to get caught off guard. You don't want to be too relaxed when they go for that jump. I feel like Aiken's going to go for the ankle again, which is fine. Opponent's trying to little kick action. Little reverse de la Hiva, nice. But Aiken's able to, that was really nice roll through by Aiken there. He was able to just kind of counter it. And his opponent's not really committing too hard. You know, it's a long match, so you don't want to commit too hard unless you feel like you got a good chance of finishing.
Aiken's is a giant. Yeah, he's 205. He's a big kid. Big fella.
Yeah, somehow Aiken does like 88 kilograms. Aiken, go up a weight class, bro. You're too big.
And he's coming off of just having a lot of success lately. Yeah. I think this is a good time for him to be here.
And you know, this is sorry to interrupt, but this is a light heavyweight matchup. Aiken has a submission win over current WNO champion Pedro Marino at ADCC.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know, we chatted with
very heavy collar tie. That's very Muay Thai-esque. You know, when he's got the butterfly.
Title match implications in both of these matches. I know Pedro Marino is watching at home from Houston, Texas. Shout out to the champ there, Mr. Pato.
Nice. Lira's going back to guard, but it's going to be the same kind of situation.
He played in the leg lock area, and you just can't play with Aiken in that domain as far as leaving your leg in there. He's very.
I mean, all Aiken has to do is keep pressuring in. If he sees the opportunity for the legs, he can. Otherwise, like, I don't think Lira really had a lot of tools. It's hard with these big guys. And it's no-gi. I mean, bro, it's hard to. You need a Wardzinski style, bro. You need some butterfly guard. Wardzinski, show him how to play that butterfly guard in no-gi, bro. I don't know if Wardzinski does no-gi. That'd be kind of interesting, huh? I don't know how his leg lock defense is, though.
Yeah, he seemed very confident on his defense. Yeah. And, I mean, his first attack was pretty good as well.
Kind of the kick foot sweep. So, Aiken with the Muay Thai clinch. About to throw a knee.
On his first leg attempt, so.
You know, a lot of these matches are like wars of attrition. You know, you're not going to beat the guy when he's super fresh unless you do like a Roberto Jimenez flying armbar. Usually you got to wear the person down. You let them do some exchanges, kind of counter their movements, pressure. Okay, very heavy collar tie.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get, you know, Aiken's head down that low, because there's a difference in size and height in these two guys. If he can get his head down.
Yeah, I don't know how they went for. So remember, who's number one has a different rule set for grading. It should be going by submissions. I mean, they can also go by aggression, but I mean that's not a good metric. Nice, Aiken gets in. Gets that body lock. Hey, Super Aiken go, Super Aiken. Woo, that's rough, bro. I can't do that, guys. I can't. I'm human, guys. I can't do that. My arms get tired. Oh, okay, I'll let go. I can't hold.
Double unders there. Had a good takedown attempt, but
nice single into the body lock.
Collar tie, gripping, yeah.
Single leg is a great way to get to the waist. You don't even have to finish a single leg when the guy defends. You can just
That's pretty interesting attack by Aiken. You know, that body lock is really good. You maybe need to elevate. I'm not an expert in wrestling. Wrestlers, let me know in the comments what we should be doing, working on in those situations. Yeah, in wrestling, bro, they just like, fuck it. Get that 5 points. Get 5 points. Yo, in wrestling, they don't even go there because they know they're going to get lost, so they just go in their stomach. Obviously, they don't have submission, so. Nice, heavy on the head. When you're heavy on that head, that just creates action because you got to free your head. That creates openings for your takedowns. You get a little pissed off because your neck's jacked up from the guy pulling on it. It just gets reaction from your opponent, you know. It's like a jab. Nice slide. Aiken sliding in on this and on those single legs somehow.
You can either catch the guy moving forward, sort of lull them into chasing you, and then drop and shoot. But you still have to have an opening.
Nice flying submission. He should have done that earlier. Aiken too slick.
almost like a flying arm lock. That
Literally with sweat. A lot of passing to the left side, looking for that leg if it's there.
Up on one judge's favor, trying to demonstrate that he's forcing action here, right?
Yeah.
Now
Into the closed guard. Lira's pretty good. It just, yeah.
Lira doing a good job of just.
It's hard to sweep and play this game in no-gi, you know.
Distance framing from the bottom, back to the feet now.
And, you know, his wrestling can't get him in the positions that where he wants to be. His guard can't get him in the positions where he wants to be. And Aiken's larger person, larger fighter. Aiken's on bottom. And he got some long shins, so getting past that knee shield is rough, bro.
Don't let him get up top. Don't let him get up top. Keep him down.
You see that shin bone?
Left leg. Lira does that one.
Nice.
Right under. This is
Nice, Aiken. So now it's slippery now, so it's harder to get most of this stuff.
The body lock for a second there. Now,
yeah.
Ryan's got double unders here.
Double unders from the butterfly.
Gonna pinch that arm.
So a little bit different than Wardzinski's style of. I'm not sure what Wardzinski would do in no-gi. Maybe we have to do a body lock. He's got the leg wrapped up. Right now they're so slippery, but he might have a calf slicer position.
His leg is not out of jeopardy yet, so he's got to clear that leg.
Yeah, he's got a nice little calf slicer. Yeah, there we go. He might not get the calf slicer. Actually, he might be able to. That was close. That was a good attempt. Judges favor blue.
That's the leg again.
But now, you know, Aiken's in his element. He can start to layer his attacks. So you see what I mean by having, you know, being able to be effective. Lira wasn't able to be very effective. Just sometimes that's how the match goes. But as soon as Aiken grabs the legs, he's able to get underneath, threaten an attack.
Versus Aiken, Brazil versus USA, 10th Planet versus Atos. Looks like may have had a collision.
You hurt my chest, my sternum, man.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Let me complain for a second, man.
Rib? I don't know. He pointed to his rib.
I mean, Aiken got some sharp, long knee. Look at that shin, bro.
Maybe
Look at that thigh bone and that shin bone.
You should put this left foot. You gotta watch that left leg.
So Aiken's just using. I would consider it a very simple game, just digging under, and he has to reach so where he can underhook that leg pretty easily. Blue.
Ryan Aiken now getting the judge's favor.
These tournaments, just attack, man. Just attack. Takedowns are great, but it's mostly a submission tournament, guys. Passing, yeah. He doesn't even have to really attack. That was a nice little hop over. There's Sean, Aiken's coach. Told him to stay on top. I mean, you still got to worry about position a little bit, but
4 minutes, 20 seconds left in this matchup. Lucas Lira working from the bottom. Ryan Aiken on top.
the knee hop works really well. But I mean, after 2 times, 3 times, all right, I don't think knee hop gonna work again, unless their hip flexors burned out. It helps to knee hop when you're tall. I be trying to knee hop. I'm like, yep, I didn't clear the knee. But if you're tall, you're already above.
Lira has nice inversions. They're just not really going after those.
Lira's looking tired. Aiken's looking good, though.
3.5 minutes left. In this
Imagine you had to just purely wrestle for 15 minutes. You know, the wrestlers would be dead. 6 minutes, they're like, all right, I'm done. Ain't they get a minute break, 30-second break, or 1 minute break in between? They would be dead out there. So all that wrestling technique is out the window. Hey, nice.
Elevation there by Ryan. Using those long legs.
Yeah, using those legs.
Attacking the arm, trying to, as he posts.
So I don't think Lira would pass. You just kind of.
Sean, in a match like this, 3 minutes left, both guys super sweaty. What kind of advice are we giving them here?
Man, I mean, I think it's coming down to this last 5 minutes.
Honestly, just keep attacking, and especially towards the end, you want to finish with the last attack. That's really important because judges only remember the last thing they're gonna remember. So as long as they can keep throwing attacks, Lira didn't really attack. He had like one little false reap at the beginning, and then a jumping attack. But I would say Aiken's been controlling the match most of the time.
Done a little better from the bottom and using
now he's dominating. Yeah, this kind of stuff is just more of a show when he's pushing.
Shot.
Controlling the mat.
Stuffed.
He's back down. So maybe one more sweep or leg entry.
clear that out. Yeah, that's good. He's gonna have an
Yeah, one more leg entry. Even if he doesn't get it, he can run the timer out. And then in the judge's eyes, they're like, okay, he was pushing the action. He was going for submissions.
They were joking at the press conference about each other's gas tank, so it looks like they still got a little left. But, man, they got to do something here.
Yeah, I want to see the wrestlers. Wrestlers, get out there and go 15 minutes. High pace. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, wrestlers. Come on. Nah, they're going to gas out too, bro.
Showing an arm drag.
Just put your weight, move around. You stay on top. I mean, hard to pass when you're tired. You're like, bro, I want to pass. Pressure. You know, they both slippery, bro. It's hard to do outside. Well, they're kind of big too, so it's hard to do the outside passing.
He has nice inversions, and it's off balanced.
Yeah, Lira actually rolls like a smaller guy.
But he just hasn't done enough of it. There's another inversion.
So Aiken shouldn't have let him get on the leg on this entry. But he can reverse it, counter it probably. Yeah, counter Ryan.
Coaching her husband here.
Oh, so that's Lyra's girl. You guys might recognize her from somewhere. I'm not going to say where. Ooh, I missed that. They distracted me with the girl. So again, what I said, you want to finish with the last attack. So that's what Aiken kind of came through with. One more attack towards the end. Even if it's not in, just just give a good attack. It's too slippery to really get it, but as long as he no, he didn't have no hook in. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Great match for Aiken. Yeah, I mean, when it goes to the referees, bro, whoever they like is going to get it. So we always say, man, don't leave it to the referees. So we'll kind of boop, boop. That's the winner. Great match, Ryan. Those matches are tough, bro. I don't care how good you are. It's tough, bro. Everybody out here fighting for their life. Okay, back to Reddit. Get on Reddit, get angry, get off Reddit. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu doesn't allow students to spar for 2 years. Wow. Bro, listen. That might be true, but they have more members than everybody. So something's working. When you don't let people roll and they only train self-defense, they stay. When you make people roll, you make people compete, they go. So they got something. There was a guy who came to Open Mat today who said he had been training for a year and a half, but he isn't allowed to spar at his Gracie gym because that's only allowed after 2 years of experience. He added that he's not used to facing any resistance against his technique and insinuated that this is normal for all Gracie gyms, which I assume is not to be conflated with Gracie Baja. That's a whole different discussion. Gracie gyms versus Gracie Baja versus Gracie Humaita. Needless to say, the techniques he's been drilling were pretty pathetic. Oh, what I've been telling you guys, bro. What have I been telling you guys? And useless under even the slightest duress. I basically let him do whatever he wanted before pause on that question, on that comment. Pause. Before escaping and countering with my own subs. To be honest, it was no different from rolling against a 1 month white belt. Except this guy has 1.5 years of experience. Also, this part is irrelevant, but this guy was pretty weird. Yo! Weird. And after finding out that I'm Japanese, he started saying, "Arigato gozaimasu." I butchered that up. My Japanese is terrible, guys. Which is thank you. After each time I would tap him. Yo, what's going on over there? Anyway, why would a gym want to handicap their students like this? Why would they want to make you weak so they can control you and manipulate you? Why would they do that? It seemed incredibly counterproductive, and as a student, it seems like a giant waste of time and money. Can anybody explain? For clarity, I looked up the gym, and it claims to be a certified training center that teaches the Gracie University curriculum. So I've talked a little bit about this Gracie Certified Training Center. It's usually where they send blue belts to be the instructors. And it's technically not a jiu-jitsu gym. Right, where are my hands at? Jiu-jitsu gym. It's a, move over a little bit. It's a self-defense center, kind of, you know. It's not for sport training. It's for self-defense. Yo. Let's see what this comment says. Huron said it to himself that Tyler Spangler, we covered one of his videos before. The Gracie Academy caters to people that want to be a part of the sport, but not necessarily want to grind. I always thought the grind was a part of the sport, but what do I know? It's also, not surprisingly, a money grab. If we assume in a normal gym, 50 white belts will start, maybe 5 to 10 will stay for more than 6 months. Some will leave because they don't enjoy it. Some will get hurt, and some will be unable to deal with their egos getting crushed every day. That's true. Now go to a CTC, and you have eliminated 2/3 of those reasons for quitting. As no live resistance means no injuries for the most part, and no losing. Plus, you have them locked in for 12 to 24 months before they actually before they begin actual rolling, which means they are more likely to stay as they are committed. It may be not 100% a money grab, but it does promote a delusional sense of confidence and competence in people who are doing jiu-jitsu. So yeah, once you take out the rolling and you just give them belts and stripes, that's the key to retention, guys. Make it easy. Give away the belts, give away the stripes, and you make money. Apparently. I don't do that. But that seems to work. The Gracie's got way more money than me. But listen, but they keep that hunger for money is still there, you know. For them, not me. I need money to live, but that's crazy to me that someone would stick around for years without rolling. I probably would have given up or switched gyms within a week if I didn't get to roll when I first started out. There are entire gyms out there, chains too, with colored belts and black belts that don't roll. These gyms are humongous, guys. They have so many people, so many students. They got 500 members. They got 1,000 members. I don't know. I'm not saying this right. I'm definitely not saying this right. At my gym, if you tried to teach a class where there was no rolling or rolling was optional, bro, anarchy, bro. We gotta roll. Aside from getting fired, you would also have a full-blown mutiny on your hands. Yeah, people gotta roll. If you teach that class and you just skip the rolling, bro, listen, people are gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset. This happened to me before at a certain school. I won't name any names. Won't bring up any school names or instructor names, but that happened. I was like, man, are we gonna roll? And I think we rolled 5 minutes, and I was like, what? I think we're getting ready. It was like before a tournament or something. We rolled 5 minutes. I was like, wait a second. Wait a minute. What's going on over here? So yeah, people love to roll, man. Not everyone wants to learn jiu-jitsu. Some people just want katas. I put up with the technique because I know we get to fight. I like to fight. Yeah, a lot of people just do the technique so they can roll. Drilling techniques is useful, but rolling is also useful. It's more fun. Kata jiu-jitsu. I've only been going for a few weeks, but isn't rolling sort of the fun part of the sport? Yeah. It'd be like playing hockey, but only doing shooting drills. That sounds fun too, though. It's fun when you are the hammer, and not so much when you are the nail. Yeah, that's true. So the Gracie Combat Training Centers kind of avoid you being the nail. You just, I don't know. You're a nail in the box. You're never getting hammered. I did karate for a bit. We did nothing but the standard kata and punching drills every practice. I was convinced I was learning something. Then our instructor was out of town one day, and a black belt from another city came to train with us. He point sparred with each of us, let us spar with each other, and then had us fight our way out of a circle. And that's when I learned that I wasted 2 years, and 2 could have been a lot more fun. I left shortly after, but a lot of people stayed. So striking's different. Sometimes you don't need to be sparring every day. You don't need to be going to knock each other out every day with sparring. So you're gonna have to use more drills, and you could use katas, So sparring's different than grappling and wrestling, judo. We can go hard a lot of the time, maybe not 100%, maybe 80%, 75%. We're good. We're golden. But in striking, you can't really, you got to keep it playful in striking. Let's see. This is a good point. As a gym or sport or general BJJ community, there's a balance between growing the sport and and maybe watering it down and limiting its potential, injuries, white belts, home white belt violence, etc. Not saying either is better, but it's a choice Gracie HQ is making to retain students versus it is a choice to allow white belts to roll right away and almost right away, with the knowledge that this choice leads to less retention. Yeah. We do see higher retention rates with the schools that do have a beginners program, white belt only program. People tend to stay, especially when they're not rolling. So my instructors out there, think about that. Think about just having that class. I'm not saying do it, but I'm saying think about it. Having a class where it's just the white belts and they learn basic techniques and it's fun. They get a light sweat. I think when I was teaching beginners, I would do positional sparring. Me and John Thomas, we would focus on the techniques and then positional spar from closed guard. That was it. When they do positional sparring from closed guard, there's basically no injuries. We're sitting there coaching them, walking them through everything, and then I feel like that was pretty safe. And people, they got to train a little bit, but they weren't really losing. And then the rounds were really short, so they feel like they're accomplishing something, they're learning something, but they're not going to get injured. Versus having the new people free rolling, that's always a issue. It's always going to be an issue. But they got to learn something. They can't not be rolling. They can't not be doing positional sparring or ecological or something. I blame Hinner. There are a lot of different Gracie chains, but I've only heard this nonsense from Gracie Academy and their derivatives. Never heard of Humaita or Baja Gym playing this stuff. Yeah, it's mostly them. They're also some of the richest Gracies out there. Absolutely, this is Hinner's BS. I'm a Humaita affiliated, not always, but was for over a decade. No way has there been anything remotely close to this ridiculous nonsense people post when making these broad generalized Gracie claims. It's all Gracie Academy and their CTCs. The Gracie, listen, Hinner and his brothers, they actually pretty good, but their students are terrible. They don't roll, so they're terrible. And I think that's also one, to not get people injured, higher retention, blah blah blah. But two, I think it's just so that they're better than everybody. Does anybody else feel that way? Like I feel like they just want to be better than all their students. So there's never going to be a threat. They're always going to be the alpha dogs. Nobody's going to, if you train with them, obviously you're not rolling. I bet they roll with each other, but then they don't train with the students, so the students are bad. And then they think, oh my God, the Gracie brothers are amazing. And it's just because they don't roll. The students don't roll. It's all Gracie Academy and their CTCs. I think Valenti Bros might do some stuff like this too. If you guys know who the Valenti Bros, we got to do an episode on them, but that's who Giselle, Tom Brady's ex-wife, is. She was dating the Valenti Bros. That's where she was training at. Yo, we got to do a breakdown of the Valenti Bro Academy, bro. They got money, bro. But their students don't roll, so it goes hand in hand. If you want to make money, all my instructors out there, you want to make money, you got to roll less, have the students roll less. If you want to make less money, have the students roll more. I don't know. That just seems to be the correlation. Let's see. There should be a Gracie mega thread. Have everyone post their specific affiliation experience, then create a summary for people to review and reference. Let's see. Hinner will surely throw some highly semantic, verbal, complex twist of explanation to elaborate why it is such, but is not as such. The guy seems to be fighting a lot when he has to explain his points. Yeah, because like every explanation is a literal battlefield. He's a salesman, man. He's a salesman. Yeah, let's get out of there now. So we got a little video with my friend Rene, or Rene, however you want to say it. And he's been into the coffee scene. Rene, you open up a coffee shop, bro? What's going on over here? You know, I've been seeing a lot of the gyms with coffee shops attached. That's kind of the new meta. The new meta is have your coffee shop attached to your jiu-jitsu school. So let's see what he's got to say. Let me get the audio on for you guys. Obviously, you like to hear the audio. I like the music. Sao Paulo, Brazil.
What's up, everybody? We're here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I got Rene Studios out here. We're outside of Wolf Cafe. We're about to do a little coffee tasting. What do you got planned for us here?
Yeah, I don't really know. We're gonna try some different coffees, see what's going on. Come check us out in there.
Let's go. A little taste of Brazil, you know, a little cafezinho, huh?
Let's go. Let's go.
do it.
This is actually one of the things I wanted to do. Like, I've done like cupping and stuff back home, where it's like you go through like a bunch of different roasts, like smelling them, and then you grind them, you smell them, and then you put just hot water in it, and then you do like different kinds of like pour overs.
Rene, you look like a barista, bro. Rene, you look like a little barista, man.
A gente faz a inscrição dos outros três e a gente inicia.
We're gonna try like a lot of different kinds of coffee, and we're gonna like try them in different stages. We'll have like different ways of making it, and just trying different ways. It really like, and with cupping too, we're gonna try like to like taste all these different like notes and stuff. So it's like maybe at first it's like, whoa, it's pretty crazy, but you start to like fine tune your tongue, and you start to realize that like you can actually taste those kinds of things. It's pretty crazy. Like just burning your mouth, obviously you can't taste anything, but it's just like
Let me turn that down a little bit.
You take a little aerate, you know, and
It's fire. I'm basically going to taste every single thing and then just go, it's playful.
Senta aqui.
Sim. Deixa eu ver se eu posso.
I always forget Rene's Brazilian,
She
guys.
ran,
It always slips my mind.
A culinary kind of course here for coffee for like 8 years. She's won a bunch of awards.
Esse café tradicional é esse aqui, esse
Traditional coffee.
e aquele lá, tá? O que que acontece com esse café tradicional?
Out
So
of
this is
the
before
whole
it's been roasted.
100% of the coffee, 20%.
Looks like peanuts.
There's some rocks, insects, sticks, all this kind of stuff in the coffee. But that's why like you need to buy coffee beans. You know what I mean? Because if you buy ground coffee, that's what the lowest tier is.
I'm finding out that they got gravel and bugs in my coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Ground coffee.
I don't drink that coffee.
Tem na resposta.
I'll drink that, but I don't drink coffee normally.
Café, cafeína faz mal. Não
Wow,
é.
that's, I never heard that. So she just said, that's crazy. She just said that like, then people get sick, they don't feel good, all these weird things from coffee, and they're like, I can't drink coffee, but it's not because of the coffee, it's because all the bullshit that's in it.
Ask her who has the best coffee.
Quem tem o melhor café?
I don't drink coffee because of caffeine. I gotta sleep.
They produce the most coffee, and they just have like the most like fertile soil and all that kind of stuff, so.
Esse aqui pode passar pra ele. Esse é o café tradicional.
Dang, that smells so good. É pra tirar bom ou não?
Café tradicional é igual.
Look at the difference right there.
Água fervida
You can just tell the
queima o
difference.
café. É outra mentira. A água não queima o café. O café já queimou.
So when you're tasting these things, kind of like, it's weird to say, but like you're gonna kind of like feel where they're hitting on your tongue and where like you're tasting these different notes and stuff.
That's like whenever you taste like cherry tomatoes. Because a lot of people call us the cherry tomato boys, so I was just curious. What?
That's not cherry tomato.
Oh, what is it? Just a
It
normal?
was a normal tomato.
Oh, my bad. I don't know, just a lot of people refer to us as the cherry tomato boys, so I was a lot of people.
Reminds me of the Choke Boys. Let me know in the comments if you know who the Choke Boys are.
Então nós estamos aqui.
Gotta call in the big guns for this one.
Negócio de televisão.
His technique is way off, dude.
I'm done.
I did most of the heavy lifting.
Rene, you missed your calling, bro. You should be a barista and PA, bro. Open up a coffee shop, bro. You can still train, obviously. Still train, but open up that coffee shop.
Instead of doing like anything like turning around. She just goes central on it. Nossa, que delícia. Right?
I feel like front and back, not really on the sides.
Yeah. Exactly. So then that means it's not acidic.
Okay. I might be onto something here, boys. It's fresh.
I'm vibing, guys. I'm vibing.
Rene, how's the experience so far?
It's been really great. She told us a lot of like myths about coffee. She explained a lot of the process. She gave us a lot of tips, some things I didn't know, a lot of things Trey didn't even know. So we're all learning a lot of stuff. Now we're actually trying all of their individual coffees, kind of trying to like taste the different notes. I feel it really sweet right off the bat. Versus the other ones, like I thought it was kind of sweet, but as I tasted it a couple more times, it wasn't that sweet.
That last hit I just got was like big time citrico.
Yeah.
Big citrus.
Yeah, big citrus. I've been off of Instagram thoughts and onto Instagram like coffee just because like it's just never gets you down the right.
This is a big day right
This
here.
is-
Instagram thoughts are out.
They're
Instagram espresso is in, dude.
Yeah, she's gonna show me how to make an espresso. This is a really expensive machine, and I have never worked on one of these, but I watched all these.
Renee,
all
start
day.
that coffee shop, Renee. You know you want to do it, bro. Don't fight it. Let the coffee flow through your veins. It's your calling, brother. Look, he don't look that happy when he's training. Look at him. He love doing that. He love doing that little ASMR. You get a do 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 do. He love that. Renee, come on, Renee. Come on, Renee. You know that felt right. You know that felt right, bro.
Every little detail in the process is like a lot of fun.
Look at him, bro. He happy, bro.
Italian espresso is only 30 milliliters or 30 grams. Your guys's was 55. I hit it to stop at 55, but mine went to 70, so mine's gonna be a little bit more watered down, but she said, let's try it.
Look at him, man. Look at him. Look at him.
Wow.
You happy, bro.
So good.
You happy, bro.
So good.
You found your calling, man. All right, Renee. You know what to do, man. Start that coffee shop in PA.
All right, that's a wrap here at Wolf Cafe. Renee, what you got any closing thoughts for us here?
I just think everybody should drink quality coffee, and everybody's life will be to that quality, right? And we learned a lot of cool stuff. We all left with our hands full of coffee. Yeah, I had a great time. What about you?
Yeah, awesome time. You know, I'm not the biggest coffee snob or anything. I don't know all that stuff, but it was fun learning a little bit about how it's made, the differences, what makes, you know, better coffee and worse coffee. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you stay tuned for future episodes. We've got a lot of stuff coming out, a lot
Awesome.
of ADCC covered, a lot of big IBJJF events coming up.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thanks, Flo.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah.
Flo Grappling, shout out. Back to Reddit. You know, I'd be jumping to Reddit, bro. Reddit. Good old Reddit, man. Reddit. I'd be multitasking. There you go. Hey, I'm back. Good old Reddit. I think it's on my last Reddit video or post. For those who have quit, BJJ is known to have a high attrition rate. Maybe some of you are still on this forum. Maybe some of you who are still on this forum have given up on the art. What made you decide to quit? I am mostly interested in those who quit at white belt. Injury is an obviously common one, but I would like to hear from those that quit for other reasons. I have a coworker who wants to start with his wife and kid. It would help to know what would make their experience better. I would hate to see them get discouraged and give up. For example, should I tell them to hold off sparring for a few months? If I roll with my coworker, should I give and take or control / submit to show the effectiveness of jiu-jitsu? It's been a long time since I was new. I find it hard to relate to those just starting out. Dang, you just a purple belt, bro. I mean, maybe you're a long time purple belt. How you forgot what it was like? My friend quit because he wasn't seeing the fitness improvements he had hoped for. went back to spending that time just lifting instead. What kind of fitness? I mean, you gotta you gotta diet, bro. What was he trying to do? Can't really blame him here. I feel like I had diminishing returns for general fitness from BJJ. Maybe if I was at a super hard gym. I mean, if you're not rolling, you're not gonna burn calories. I mean, you can roll harder, not harder, but you can move, be more dynamic in your movements. You can push your cardio. I mean, you can make it as hard as you want or as easy as you want. And I mean, most of you guys complain about warm-ups. Most of you guys don't want to do a warm-up. You complain about the warm-up. I don't want to do the warm-up. Well, the warm-up is when you're going to burn a lot of calories. You're doing your cardio. You get your fitness, you're doing animal drills, you're flipping, you're rolling. That's your general fitness. But you guys complain. I don't want to do the warm-up. I'm complaining. And then people complain when they're out of shape. They got no cardio. They fat. They don't want to do the warm-up. Yeah, can't win. Let's see. At white belt, I started noticing that what I ate the day before affected me on the mats, and that 3 days before, alcohol still had me dehydrated. No matter how much I tried to get electrolytes and fluid, I changed diet so I could keep up with everybody. At blue, I hit a plateau. At purple, after a year, I realized I could go decently hard enough every round and not gas, so why not? Purple is when I really started to notice a difference in my body composition. Gotta say, grip fighting, every round is intense. I'd rather sit out a round than start on my knees or positional. What is that? I don't really understand that. It sounded like he got too efficient. I don't know what he was saying there. I don't know what he was trying to say. I started gaining weight after I stopped gym for BJJ. 15 years later, I'm 20 plus kilograms, but I don't attribute that to just BJJ. I mean, bro, you gotta still, you know what? At the gym, they're probably doing cardio. They're lifting, they're building muscle, and they're doing more cardio. Man, sometimes you guys roll, you just inside mount. Of course you're not gonna get out of shape. You sitting in side mount, not on top of side mount. They're sitting on bottom of side mount, and then they're like, I'm not getting in shape because they're sitting in side mount. They're not doing anything. They're not shrimping. They won't shrimp. They won't get their guard. They won't move their legs. What are you doing? I want to see some of these people roll, because then when I watch them roll, they don't do anything, and of course they don't burn any energy, or they're fat and I'm not fat shaming anybody. But they're bigger and they just lay on people. They don't move. They don't move at all. And then they're like, I'm not losing weight. Man. Yeah, weight gain, way more influence from diet. Maybe 8 bigger meals to recover from harder workouts in BJJ. Yeah, so maybe they were burning calories and then they just ate more. I think that's what happened when I first started training in martial arts. I had to eat more because I was working out more. So you gain more weight, not realizing that you got to diet if you want to lose weight. I haven't quit yet, but find it hard to go to training very often. I enjoy BJJ, but I need to lift weights, do circuits at least 3 times each week, non-negotiable. So BJJ only really fits in as an extra on weeks where I can work out 4 to 5 times a week. I mean, everybody, all the judoka, all the wrestlers, they all do conditioning outside of their sport. They do sport-specific conditioning, their fit-ins, their throws, their training, the randori, nawaza. They do all that same stuff, but then they do their strength training outside. They do their cardio outside of that. And man, some of these places don't roll. You just do self-defense. You're in the cult, and then you're not in shape. But when you go to these competitive schools, you're going to be burning more energy. You're moving around more. You're doing tournaments. When you get ready for the tournament, you're going to be You're forced to diet. You're going to be forced to do more cardio. You're going to have better conditioning just because you're getting ready for the tournament. Yeah, I can't please these guys on Reddit. There's a complaint for everything. Well, I temporarily quit boxing because of cost and location. If people had access to a free BJJ gym that was a 30-second walk from their home, that rate would be much lower. They still wouldn't show up. You could have a free BJJ school, 30-second walk from their house, they still wouldn't go, and they would still complain. I'm skipping a little bit. Let's see. When I taught on base, it was free to airmen and a minute walk to the base gym, and they still quit at about the same rate the paid people do now. People don't appreciate free. Heck, I'd argue I had more quitters then than now. Yeah, that's why some of the schools, you go to AOJ, you walk in, everything looks fancy. You know you got to pull out your wallet. You know you're paying a big fee. You're paying so much money. You're like, man, I better go to the class. I'm paying a lot of money. I'm paying hundreds of dollars a month. I better go to class. But if that same program was $50 or $25 here in America, Europe is a little bit different pricing, right? But if it was $25, people would be like, I'm not going to show up. It's kind of like the Planet Fitness model, just make it cheap enough. It used to be that way. Make it cheap enough to where they don't mind it being on their account, and it's too much of a hassle to cancel. It was like $10 a month or something. All right, yeah, maybe I'll pop in. Okay, I'll go next month. But once they raise the rates to like $25 or say $30, $45, $50, people will be like, oh, they're either going to cancel or they would show up more. Let's see. Took 2 months off after a long season of grinding hard and broke my toe. Finally came back and broke my rib. The juice doesn't seem worth the squeeze anymore. I mean, bro, what kind of... what was he doing? What school was he at, bro? He might have been at an MMA gym. Yeah, people get injured. That is a deterrent. I will say the people that stick with jiu-jitsu, they get injured. They're like, man, I'm injured. They still be in the gym. They still show up to watch. They just drill. They do their rehab at the gym. They do everything to keep themselves around the sport. Let's see. Well, you said it. The sound of my hamstring tearing still makes me nauseous. Well, I hate that stuff. My main takeaway was to be honest about your goals. If you're trying to be a professional athlete, that may not deter you, but if you see grappling as a hobby, maybe take it easy and definitely only spar with people you completely trust. Yeah, that happens. I'm not saying kill yourself, but I mean, if you got a little boo-boo, little soreness, you're a little sore, you can get through that. I had the same thing, but my thumb coming out of its socket and all the ligaments snapping like a wet squelch, then a thud. Okay. Proud I finished class though. Bro, how are these guys rolling? Yo, I ain't never had none of this stuff, and I've been rolling hard over the past 2 decades. I've been rolling pretty hard. None of this stuff. Knock on wood. There can be freak accidents, guys, but I mean, usually, I don't know. These people, these guys on Reddit, usually rolling pretty crazy, and then wonder, how, man, I don't know how I got injured. I'm gonna quit. And they the one injured themselves, usually. All right, let me jump off Reddit. When I get to a certain threshold, I'm like, all right, let me get out of there. Now we got another match. Let's see. IBJF, please don't hit me with a copyright. We're just doing a reaction to your Diego Pato versus Kennedy Maciel Cobrinha Jr. match from 2025 Euros. I know the outcome of this match, but it's still good to watch. You guys like these videos? Let me know in the comments some other videos. I was talking to one commenter. I might make it more donation based or something. So if you want me to review a certain video, I might a small donation or something. I don't know. Gotta make it worth my time, man. My time's valuable too, bro. I got stuff to do. I can't just hang out with you guys and talk crap on Reddit all day. So I think I might keep myself the same. Let's see if it works this way. We're going to do 1.25 though, guys. 1.25. Let's get that audio and go.
To featherweight for this edition of the European Jiu-Jitsu Championships. Made it to the final. Had some really nice victories. Won his first match by choke. Second match he won by points. Won the semifinal by submission. Another choke from the back. And now we're underway. Diego Pato. Kennedy
nice
Maciel.
guard pull.
Kennedy immediately looking to invert.
So I really like how Pato stays calm. Kennedy's got an ankle lock, but He can't. Pause. So, fun fact: the only person to finish Pato in the last 6 years was in the gi. He got finished in no-gi. I can't fight that one, but in the gi, the only one I can remember is Mikey Musumeci, and he actually got an ankle lock, but it took like 9 minutes for him to get the ankle lock. So, not too worried about Pato getting caught here. So Kennedy actually close to getting a penalty because he was reaping for a brief second. So this leg here, his left leg, let's watch that leg real fast. I might have to slow that down for you guys so you can see. Let me just do normal speed.
Ankle lock.
So here, it's a cross. As soon as you start crossing the plane of the stomach, the belly button, it gets into reaping. And then he's also doing this internal rotation of the knee. You can do this, but his leg has to be outside, like a hook, almost like a De La Riva hook almost. So he actually moved it out. He had to move it out, and then he let go. So we're going back to 1.25. Pato's also got great leg locks. So you grab his leg, he's going to grab your leg.
Another really highly anticipated matchup.
So if we look at the clock here, 9:22, within 30 seconds, if no one comes on top, they restart, and they both get penalties. And this is part of the game, part of the strategy. So the penalties happen. It's going to be another double guard pull, probably. Double guard pull. So, again, 30 seconds. Referee's looking at his clock. Someone's got to come on top. Pato's doing a good job. Well, they're both doing a good job. You see, man, there's grip breaks. Woo! Yo, look, yo. How strong are these guys? Look how he broke the grip like nothing. Like, yo, I wish I could do that. Look at this. Get off my grip. Yo, that's insane. That was crazy. Get off me. I can't break Pato's grips. And I'm like 3 weight classes heavier, 2 or 3 weight classes heavier. So again, they're going to both get penalized. You have 30 seconds off that double guard pull. So they both get another penalty. They'll have 2 penalties, and then the other person gets an advantage. So they'll have 1 advantage each and 2 penalties. So it seems like, why do you care about all this small stuff? But when it comes to winning, all this stuff is important. And then once it gets to the 3rd penalty, that's when they're like, okay, I got to actually do stuff.
And 2 penalties apiece, 1 advantage apiece.
It's just a strategy, man. The clock, there we go. There's going to be another double guard pull, and somebody might decide to come on top. So Pato's just said, screw it, I'm going for ankle lock. Rack up an advantage to kind of counterbalance the penalty. Nice. So my money's going to be, actually, I got to say, Pato has really good leg locks, ankle locks, and not toe holds, ankle locks mostly. But I think, Mikey was working with Kennedy a lot, and of course Isaac. So, man, they leveled up their ankle lock too. So belly down, bro. Even if it's not on, it still hurts. It's still feeling pressure on your ankle. And I mean, they're not gonna tap from this because they're too high up. They're too high, obviously, but it works to get an advantage because they know they're gonna get another penalty, so they want to get one more advantage to kind of balance that out. So they both. So Pato initiated, but Kennedy went for his own to kind of counteract Kennedy's advantage. So I don't think they're gonna get an advantage. Either one's gonna get an advantage for this. And also runs the clock out. And again, towards the end of the match, that's when the action picks up. Pato actually got a good bite on there. Woo!
looks like he's switching to a toe hold. Has one grip on the foot.
And Kennedy with a nice toe hold reversal. Up, so.
Pato to roll. That's going to be an advantage for Kennedy.
Up.
Now Kennedy up on top.
So Kennedy, smart move by Kennedy. He actually got. So who's ever threats more imminent, whoever's more threatening. So the double ankle lock, they both, all right, they're not going to tap. Nope, no advantage. But because Pato had to let go and had to roll to escape, Kennedy got the advantage. So, I mean, bro, you don't have these kind of strategic battles in no-gi. It's just not possible usually. Maybe if you have like a Mikey versus like, you know, a Junie or someone, that's going to be very strategic. But usually this is like normal for gi finals. It's very strategic, very like playing the points, playing the advantages, playing the penalties. You playing. So you got to win on points, advantages, penalties. You're thinking about all that stuff. Where my finger is at. The referee, you got to deal with the referee. It's so much you got to take into account. But when we go to the no-gi matches, it's just judges favor red. What does that mean? We don't know. It's very subjective. But this, you see the points, you see the time, you see the points, you see the penalties, you see everything. So you have so much more to monitor. And of course, you have a good coach that can tell you, but you have to physically like look sometimes at the scoreboard and, oh shoot, I'm down. I didn't get points for that. So that toe hold saved Kennedy.
Forcing Diego Pato to roll. That's going to be an advantage for Kennedy.
So he got 3 advantages to 2 penalties. So he's actually up now. So then Pato has to come back either with points or another advantage. The only thing is, because Kennedy came on top, pause on that comment, he has to fight from Pato's guard. So unless Pato stands back up and then they repull, Kennedy's at a disadvantage. Because Pato's guard is great. Kennedy's not gonna pass that guard. Nobody's really passing Pato's guard in the gi.
Interesting position with his right foot.
If you guys like to study Pato's guard, I've done multiple videos on it on this channel and my main channel. You're probably gonna see some lapel guard at some point.
Cross grip. Pato's gonna try to make sure Kennedy can't grab his collar with that left hand.
And just their gripping, man. Their grips are so strong. I can't break their grips. When they grab me, I can't break their grips. I can hear Cobrinha. You see Guy Mendez over here, but I hear Cobrinha in the background. What's up, Cobrinha? Yeah, that lapel's coming out. Kennedy knows it's happening, but it's hard to stop.
21, 23, and 24. Pato's never won a gold medal, however, as a black belt at the Europeans. Kennedy won this division last year. The event was in Paris, France. He's a 2024 European champion.
Yeah, that foot's in the lapel.
24 pans and brasileiros. Best year of Kennedy's career as a competitor was in 2024.
So Kennedy's doing a good job of trying to stack, but Pato just like wrapping stuff up. There's Cobrinha. Who's the table staff girl? She looks pretty stacked. She should be fighting in the finals.
Champion and IBJJF Hall of Famer.
One of, I think, 2 athletes to ever win the dubbed Super Grand Slam.
So Pato, he got some weird lapel thing going on. I don't know how to even explain that. I don't even know how to explain this. I think he just invented it. It's like a squid guard. Yeah, it is a squid guard. It was a squid guard. But he's so good at this guard. And he's got the K guard. And, you know, he can do this kind of stuff. You know, he's got so many great options off the lapel, man. The squid guard, very powerful. I mean, he's also got worm guard. He's got sweeps from here, off bounces. I mean, he's got the K guard, matrix. Whatever he wants to do, he can basically do, man. It's just, how do you stop him? So Kennedy's got the advantage, but like I said, passing Pato's guard. You know, Pato's gonna sweep towards the end. He's gonna score. He's gonna rack up a ton of points right at the end, to where Kennedy can't come back. And then Kennedy, it's hard for him to pass. He's wrapped up in the lapel. How is he going to pass the guard? It's going to take 2 minutes to set something up. So Kennedy would have to survive for 3 minutes in Pato's guard. holding on one advantage, but Pato can score an advantage whenever he wants. He can sweep whenever he wants, so that's the hard part in dealing with these kind of guys.
Pato recently competed at the IBJJF Crown in the featherweight division where he took home the title. So despite winning his world titles as a light featherweight, has experience beating some of the best featherweights in the world.
So you see Kennedy's kind of coming down. You get tired being stuck in this. Yeah, so you see that sweep? So, I mean, he's so good at these sweeps, man. He can do it whenever he wants. And he just did this to rack up an advantage, and he'll go back down. He'll get 2 points in advantage. You know, whatever he wants to get. He might even try to pass.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remain.
So Kennedy has to sweep back, but by the time he sweeps, or does get a sweep, Pato's going to score another advantage. So Pato, usually they'll try to rack up advantages, maybe near guard pass, and then go back to their guard. Let Kennedy try to do like a stand-up, you know, a stand-up, sit-up guard type move. Break that, reset. There's just so much strategy in these matches, man. And Kennedy's not in the best position. He's kind of in this splayed-out position. Can't really get to his guard. Pato's like got over-under, basically. And just pressuring in, bro, to keep Pato off you, bro.
Definitely capable of putting together sweeps quickly, but he needs to definitely step on the gas here.
All Pato's got to do is grab for a leg or something and go for a knee bar, you know, something. Oh, dang. So he's able to get through. 1 minute. Oh. So I love this guard pass by Pato. We covered it in my video. Please watch the video. But he gets the lapel against the back, and that helps him with his passing. So here, he's already fed it. You see? Right there, right there, right there. Right there. You see that? You see that? Yo. And then once he got that, he's going through the guard.
Good position for Diego. Pato steps his left leg out.
Dang. Another advantage.
With the lapel by Diego Pato in this position.
Yeah, the guard pass too.
Diego Pato.
Damn. Yep. It's hard, bro. The thing is, Pato can do this to, you know, people middle heavy, middleweight, lightweight. So he definitely got an advantage.
35 seconds to work. Pato's so tight here.
So even if Pato did get swept over, it would be impossible for Kennedy to come back.
Now Kennedy feeding the lapel.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Stand up. Rah! It's impossible. Maybe he can come up. Yeah, look. Jesus. He's so fast. He's so fast. He's so fast. He already stepped his leg over. Right here, look. He just kicked it out. Whoop. Dang it. Yeah, no time. And even if he goes down, even if Pato did go down, he would have still won. Even with one hook in, he still won. So yeah, just the strategy, guys. Even for me, I'm still holding on, competing. So I had to like stay up to date on the strategy, try to understand what your opponents are doing, and prepare for it. So I knew Pato's got a great guard. So unless you can pass his guard, it's very hard to beat him. The only guys that beat him in the gi, actually nobody. Maybe Meram. I can't think of anybody else. Mikey. In that case, it just Mikey was better at leg locks and leg pummeling. Meram, I forget how he won. I think Diogo maybe won one match too in Pans or something. So you just gotta study, man. And when somebody's on fire, it's rough, bro. It's hard to. They got the clout right now. You got the juice. Not the juice jitsu, but the juice. Like, you guys know the juice, like the movie from the '90s with what's my guy Tupac. You know Juice. Okay. I'm not suggesting anything, guys. Just talking about the juice. All right, so we got some business stuff. We're getting kind of close to the end of the video. Let me can I refresh this?
Listen carefully to what Keenan says here.
Now, the only sustainable, effective way to make money in jiu-jitsu is right behind me. It's operating a jiu-jitsu academy.
Now, I do agree, but it costs like 50, 60 grand to open a gym. I would say a close second is a Patreon or a Substack or a school community, some type of subscription revenue that you can use instead of a gym.
Listen carefully to what Keenan says here.
Now, the only sustainable, effective way to make money in jiu-jitsu is right behind me. It's operating a jiu-jitsu academy.
Now, I do agree, but it costs like 50, 60 grand to open a gym. I would say a close second is a Patreon or a Substack or a school community, some type of subscription revenue you can use instead of a gym.
So, I mean, I'm going to listen to Keenan in the video. No. Yeah. Well, the guy said a close second. I'm going to be honest, it's not close second. Yeah, the school, for most people, most gym, for most professional people trying to make money in jiu-jitsu, having that school, I mean, it's basically is a subscription model. Of course, there's the upstart, I don't know how much it's going to cost. He said 50 to 60 grand. Okay. But, once you get that going and you have that clientele base, that can run indefinitely. And with that model, the business model, you can grow it. You can create affiliations. Keenan can do Legion. He has San Diego. He can do Legion New York, Legion Miami. He can brand that out that way. He can pass that along to his family. Say he gets 30 years down the line. All right, I'm gonna pass this to my son or my daughter. That's not so replicable with the instructionals and the other models he mentioned. We don't even know if that stuff will be around, but for the foreseeable future, people are going to be training jiu-jitsu. They might be robots replacing us everywhere, but I think as long as we're on the mats, we can still need humans out there. And there are, you can use those other models, but I mean, for most people aren't tech savvy. They don't want to market. They're not going to figure out all this technology, but they can figure out how to open the school and run that school, develop students, become a part of the community. You can't beat real life business. Even the biggest companies like Nike, Apple, whoever, you think they could just sell online, right? Oh, we could just sell online and make a lot of money. But even those guys know that they have to have real stores where people can go look at the product, try the product, feel the product, imagine themselves wearing that product. And that's such a big driver of their success. And I was watching a video on YouTube, of course, and it was like Nike during COVID, they had this boom in people buying their shoes. And they were like, you know what? We're just going to go all online. We're going to focus solely on digital media. But sales started to go down because they weren't in the stores. They weren't in the Foot Lockers like they used to be. They weren't in the other stores. So they had to switch their model around. They had to get back in the stores. They had to, put those shoes where people could get to them, Same thing with jiu-jitsu. If you don't have the jiu-jitsu academy, it's hard to promote yourself with the other business side, the Patreon, the Substack, all that other stuff. Think about all the biggest people. I'm thinking of guys like Jason Rao and even Joseph Chin. Those guys, they have Patreons, but they need the school. They need the students. They need people to help them do that stuff. You need, when I'm filming stuff, I can't just film by myself. There's no AI generated Uki. All right, Uki. It's me on a green screen. No, I got to go to the gym. Usually after training, I got to force, hey, yo, Tony, can I film? Tony tired. He don't want to film, but I got to force him. And be like, hey, Jeff, can I film? Jeff, he tired. He don't want to film, but I got to force him to. So we need people, man. I want you guys to enjoy the online. You got the Reddit, got the Patreon, instructionals everywhere. But, man, you still got to go to the school. You got to go to the academy. Try that stuff out. Drill. You can learn all the stuff you want in here, but you got to go and apply it, okay? This guy, he had some okay stuff. It says BJJ business guy, and of course, he's a blue belt. I don't know. Should I listen to your videos more? I'm not judging, bro. I understand that grind, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. I think that's it, guys. I'm pretty tired. We've been talking for over an hour, so enjoy this video. If you enjoy this video, please make sure to check out my sponsors. Dun, 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 dun. You guys know that sponsor. Where's that sponsor link at? Where are you at, link? I got too many things. Come on. Oh, you know what? I wasn't grabbing anything. This thing does not want to work. Come on, baby. I can't grab it, guys. It won't let me do it. Oh, wait. I can't grab anything. Apparently I can't grab anything. Come on. That's insane. Why can't I? Is it locked down? Anyway, we got BJJ mental models. Apparently I can't hold anything on here. Maybe if I make it bigger. Let me see. Something's locked down. There we go. I'm just going to cheat. My sponsor, BJJ mental models. Took me forever to get it up. Pause on that comment to bring it up. Pause on that comment. Yeah, BJJ mental models. It's like locked down or something. Unlock. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's one of my sponsors, guys. Be sure to check them out. If you're having trouble learning jiu-jitsu, you need a little bit more instruction, a little bit more mentorship, please check out BJJ Mental Models. Promo code ALEC, ALEC. And again, I push that coaching tier. I want you guys to get some coaching. I'm not on there, but imagine you had someone like me in your ear telling you, don't do that. I mean, you could watch my videos, but I'm not watching your jiu-jitsu, right? But if you saw me, if I was watching your matches and whatever, I would be like, don't do that move, don't do that. So that's one sponsor. My other sponsor is Inverted Gear. You guys know I love me some Inverted Gear, man. Inverted Gear. Apparently I can't grab anything today. I don't know what's going on, bro. Inverted Gear. Please check out some of their gear. I got some stuff coming on the way, so you guys will see me rocking some of the Inverted Gear. Gi and no gi, Inverted Gear has some of the best products out there. And they were one of the first companies to sponsor me. I think I was sponsored by like Show Your Roll and some other companies, but like when I did trials, Inverted Gear sponsored me. And they were one of the first companies that had like cool colors in there, like colorway in their rash guards. I got the green panda. I might wear that in the video. And of course, some of the other stuff. I got a lot of cool stuff, but I'll try to put that on maybe this channel or the next channel. But be sure to check out Inverted Gear. Go to invertedgear.com. Pick up some stuff. I will have an offer code soon. We're waiting on Nelson. Nelson, get that straightened out for me. And that's it, guys. Till next time, peace. And I'll see you guys soon.